Guten Tag, Klasse.
Guten Tag, Frau Müller.
Wie geht es euch? Gut? Ja?
It's Thursday morning, and Year 7 Louie is in German class.
Louie, wie sagt man das auf Englisch? Juli.
July.
July. Sehr gut. Mark?
He got a late place at Frederick Bremer, so started nearly 5 weeks later than everyone else in his year.
On the very first day, it was really weird waking up and having to put on this weird uniform and a blazer and everything, and then having just to go to school, which is like really big and scary.
Wird jetzt wiederholen. Januar. Februar. März.
Like, you don't know who you're going to meet or like what lessons you have or where you go or who to talk to, and it's just really hard.
Louie, I think that's...
Yes, he's there.
Can you please send me up to see Miss Austin?
You need to see Miss Austin at some stage, okay? Today. Danke.
Since he started, Louie's missed 14 days of school and has been called to see one of the school's home support workers.
What I wanted to speak to you about, Louie, your attendance is pretty poor, isn't it?
Mrs. Austin's role was especially created to help students who face issues that make it difficult for them to attend school.
Last week, you had Friday off.
You know, I bent my leg last week, and then like the pain, it just kept on hurting and hurting me, and then I kept on telling Mum, and then I said I can't walk to school because it just really hurts.
So you're telling me your leg was hurting. Are you coping well at school?
Yeah.
Are you absolutely sure there was nothing on your mind?
It's fine.
All right then, Louie, you can go back to lesson. You're going to have to use the door downstairs though, sweetheart. I hated school. I could think of 1,000 other places to be. I just did not want to be there.
Stupid school!
I was quite badly bullied. Just that, I think that just tipped me over the edge. I was like, I hate it.
Listen, don't get upset. It's happened, isn't it? It's an accident.
I think for all pupils, it's really important to have pastoral staff like Emma who can give a completely different type of support to what a teacher can.
Would you like a tiny chocolate, Theo?
They've got a different role, they've got a different relationship, and they can spend a lot more time listening and unpicking some of those issues about why they don't like school.
He's a crap teacher. He can't teach.
A lot of it depends on your mood as well. You're just hormonal, stroppy, stubborn, argumentative.
Yes. OK, miss, we get the picture.
When there's a bit of an issue about not wanting to be at school, I can relate to that, and actually I'm going to deal with this, and it makes me more determined to want to deal with it. You have literally 5 seconds. Do not enter my room with that on. I'm serious. Turn it off and get in.
Another pupil that Mrs. Austin is working with is 12-year-old aspiring rapper Devonte.
If dying, I've been dying since the day in my
Right,
birth.
let's do it now. Go on, play it now. Play it now before
Yeah?
we start. Yeah, go on, because otherwise you're going to keep on about it. I know what you like.
Heard it?
Nope.
Dash you off the 28th floor like it was bungee. I wipe the blood clean. It's murder. It's murder.
School's okay. It's like a prison for kids, but at least you get to go home free.
I made this one up. I haven't made any improvements of it, yes?
That's all right, this is fresh.
Same.
Let's do it, go.
When I heard that bang, bang, all I could feel was fear. I heard someone shout and it sounded near. Like my mum, I see her cry every other day. I don't like it, so I ask her why. And she don't tell me. On the other hand, she don't want to lie.
That's really good. He's an only child. He doesn't see Dad much. He lives at home with his mum, and it came to our attention that he is a young carer. You mentioned about your mum's health, and that obviously means a lot to you.
Yeah. Mum does, like, cry, though.
And I know it upsets you when Mum cries, doesn't it?
She has acute pancreatitis. So sometimes I'll go home and she'll be full of life, clean the whole house, like, ready to go out. And other times I'll come home and she's still in bed. Like, it's kind of hard because I do dishes, like, do the washing, all that. Don't like to brag.
You are really brave.
Thanks, miss.
No, but you are, because I know that when Mum's not well, she gets really upset and she's in a lot of pain, and you deal with that. She is prone to being hospitalised for it, which is really upsetting for him. And when that happens, when there's no consistency in Devontae's life, that is when he plays up.
Devontae has been in the school's Fresh Start provision for nearly 2 full terms.
Welcome home. Did you bring your books back?
It's a class for students who are unable to cope in mainstream lessons.
OK, so, Devontae, obviously in the Fresh Start provision still. He's nearly been there 2 terms now, and we do say that after 2 terms, if they're not able to go back into mainstream, we need to question whether mainstream is the right place. So his behaviour...
Devontae joined Frederick Bremer with a history of bad behaviour and was placed in Fresh Start after getting into a fight in his first week at school.
The thing that worries me about him is the way he was expressing what he does. He doesn't actually know that it's wrong. And he was saying to me how he put a kid in the bin and rolled him down the hill. I genuinely don't think when he did that, he knew it was wrong.
What is wrong with putting a kid in a bin and rolling him down the hill?
That happened to me all the time as a child.
Fair enough.
When you've got 4 older brothers, that's part and parcel of what happens to you.
I would expect a kid of 12, 13 to have an understanding that was wrong.
Yes.
Sit down.
It's the first period of the day, and Year 11 Charlie has arrived for his French lesson that started 10 minutes ago.
Okay. Oh, I heard it through the grapevine. National Accident Helpline. Oh, God.
Who is cleverer?
In the academic sense, it would be Charlie.
That's what I said.
Yes. 6 out of 6.
Joel probably revises harder than I do.
No, Charlie. I just realised if I stuck with 2 of the answers that I crossed out that were right, I would have got an A.
Who is more successful with girls? Well, you'd have to say, based on history, it was Joel. But, yeah.
It depends what
Joel.
you define as successful, really.
Indeed.
And how's that relevant to Of Mice and Men?
Sort of the way that all of the ranch workers wanted their own personal freedom to be away from working for other people, that sort of thing.
Good. Jordan?
Charlie is one of the top students in his year group, and his GCSE exams are just 8 weeks away.
I think most people like to get good grades. Personally, it would just be really good to open that envelope and see as many A's and A stars as I could.
There's going to be 4 Saturday sessions in the lead up to your exams. Also...
Whilst other people are just getting on with their work, even though it might look like I'm just sitting there doing the same as everyone else.
And this is the indicative content.
My brain's going, you're going to have a panic attack, you're going to have a panic attack, you're going to have a panic attack. Then my vision starts going.
OK, so these are all the ideas that you could...
I feel dizzy, lightheaded, like my legs feel all wobbly.
This question is from the June 2012.
I just feel like I might pass out. Suddenly everything gets really hectic, and what you can focus on is the fact that you want to get out of the room. I need to leave the class. It's there.
Oh, God, what is wrong with me?
Charlie has been diagnosed with an anxiety disorder after having his first panic attack in an exam last year.
It was pretty horrific. At the time, I didn't quite realise how long and lasting an effect it would have.
It's really thrown you, isn't it? You didn't expect, obviously you didn't expect it to happen.
No.
It's a shame that this 5-minute blip is taking over again. Don't let it do that to you. Yeah? It does worry me. The exams are coming closer and closer. You know, we can't afford for him to freak out and not do his GCSEs. You can beat it. There's no doubt about it. We will do whatever we can to help you, OK?
With that, in Oberon's speech, Shakespeare describes the saying, "That's the question you're answering."
Yesterday, Year 7 Louie didn't turn up for school.
Hi, it's Mrs. Austin. You OK?
Mrs. Austin has phoned his mum to find out why.
He doesn't give you any reason why he doesn't want to be here. So we need to get it addressed. So leave that with me on Monday. Mum had gone out to the shop, so when she come back home, she'd thought that he'd gone to school. And then she went upstairs and found him hiding under his bed covers, fully uniformed. What's happening, Louie?
I don't know.
The thing that I worry about is either you're struggling, which is why you don't come to school.
No, it's none of that. It's just like dumb reasons.
Dumb reasons?
Yeah. It's weird and scary because I have to talk to this person about my problems because you don't trust them yet until you know them.
Let's get it sorted. I'm here to work with you and support you. I'm not here to annoy you. OK? I'm not that horrible, am I?
No.
If you need anything, you come and see me, yeah? Excellent. All right, Louie, I'll see you later. There's got to be something wrong. He's not just trying to get a day off to play the computer. There is something wrong.
Oh, I have a question to ask you. Come here. Cough up, spill the beans.
I can't see it, miss. It'll be really bad.
Take that and write the name of the person on there, and then you can go to Mr. Leach's lesson. Quickly. Do it. Such a grass, mate.
The first line tells you who receives the letter.
What?
Devonte is still being taught in the school's Fresh Start provision. Mrs. Austin has come to see Deputy Head Miss Hillman to talk about getting him back into mainstream classes.
Come in.
OK. Do you want your keys from your door?
Yeah.
Do you never get worried that someone's just going to lock you in?
I'm quite hoping they will. Let's put my feet up for a bit. What can I do for you, Mum?
Oh, I won't keep too much of your time. But the first one was Devonte. You're going to think I'm absolutely crazy.
You want to adopt him?
Yes. You are going to think I'm absolutely crazy. But how do you feel about him going back into core subjects, mainstream? He spent so much time in Fresh Start. I just think we're holding him back. I know he's not an angel. But it might actually be really great just to get him out there.
That's fine, which ties in with the fact that he should only be there for 2 terms, really. You're setting yourself a real challenge there.
Yes, I know.
I think it's a real risk bringing Devonte back into mainstream. It'll all depend on really how much Devonte is able to control himself and manage his emotions.
You've got a pen, you've got a ruler, you've got a pencil. It's quite a big thing that I do make it in mainstream, because if I don't, I won't go back to Fresh Start. I'll just get expelled, and I don't want that to happen.
Devonte is going back into mainstream classes for the first time in nearly 2 terms.
Devonte, make sure you get a table for me, sit next to me. Just sit quietly, yeah?
To help, Mrs. Austin will sit with him.
Hyperbole is exaggerating something. Would you get it down in your book, please? That's your sentence. Now...
Can you put your hand up and ask for a pen?
Ah, you need a new book. Here you go, mate. To keep Devonte engaged, you've got to be interested. You've got to be positive. You've got to pick up on the little things, you know? And straight away, he's become part of a success story. Devonte's name is the first name on the board on the happy side.
The reason that Devontae's name is on the board is because I gave him a book and he said, "Thank you very much, sir." He was really polite. And the first thing about getting people to follow your advice, a lot of the time, is being polite.
When you write, it's free. Like, you can write about anything you want. You can make it your own. That's why I like English.
I like the fact that this is a capital that you're coming in with. OK, don't forget that you probably have that for Arsenal as well.
Oh, yeah. That's it. I do this every day.
That was really good, Devontae. Well done.
All right, see you later.
Bye. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Boo-ha, we don't care about the cost.
Devontae was a little star, and Mrs. Skinner put his name on the board under a smiley face. And straight away, that is what Devontae likes, praise. And Devontae is a fan of Mr. Skinner now.
Excellent.
Which is what I like. How am I going to ever lose a pound if I keep eating?
Hi, somebody has been sick in ME2, I believe. Could somebody have the joyous job of coming to clear it up, please? Hi, did anybody hear that?
I think they're ignoring me because they don't want to clean the sick up.
It's period 4, and Charlie is on his way to his maths lesson. So far this week, he's missed most of his lessons.
OK, Charlie needs a good wind behind him. How is he now? I mean, he's coming into school every day. He seems to be in lessons.
He had a bad week last week.
Did he?
Yeah. And I'm wondering whether it's because of exam stress that it's sort of exacerbated. But at the minute, he's really vulnerable. He's not in a good state.
Charlie is an incredibly bright and articulate young man who's going through real difficulties. We obviously need to handle it with sensitivity and care and support and love, but at the same time, we've got a lot of work that needs to get covered.
Charlie has been called to see home support worker Mrs. Yildiran, who alongside Mrs. Austin is working hard to get him back into lessons.
I have such a busy day. I'll see you soon. Sorry, Charlie. Bye. He needs a push because I think the longer he stays out of lesson, the worse it's going to get. And I'm good cop and Nilufer's bad cop.
I'm not sure about going to top science.
Oh, I've got really busy today as well, so let's see. We'll sing our song, boys. Come on, Charlie, come on.
Yes, I do believe in tough love, time to time. I don't believe in all this, soft love approach.
It's the hardest one to go into.
Shush, Charlie. Shush, Charlie.
No. It is, miss, I'm honest.
I make sure he comes out of his comfort zone. He needs to know that he is the person in charge and he's the only person who's going to change.
I know I'm being difficult, but I really don't feel as if this is a good idea.
I just think you really need to be in that class, Charlie.
I can just do... I'm going to learn more if I'm in another room.
OK, shall we go in a class for 10 minutes and then get to work?
I'm more than confident that I get results that I'm happy with. I don't care what they're happy with. If they're expecting me to get A stars, then they're being unrealistic. And they're putting extra pressure on me, which I obviously don't need.
Come on, Charlie. You can't just be doing your own things. I think we're giving you enough leeway.
Do your parents have expectations on you? Well, I don't think they put any more pressure on me than any other parent would. They were pretty good achievers. I mean, they've done pretty well in life. And my brother, going to Oxford, I mean, it's sort of like I had the potential because he did, so we got the same genes and everything. I think most of the pressure from home came from me wanting to beat my brother more than anything else, which was obviously difficult given he ended up going to Oxford.
I think Charlie taught me quite a lot. I used to tell my son, you know, you need to get A star, you need to get this, you know. But actually, you know what? I want you to be happy.
Hi, Charlie. Hello.
Hello, how was it?
Once I got in there.
It was fine.
It was good.
So you worried for nothing, baby?
Yeah, when I went in there, I actually did some work which I think is going to really, really help me in my exams, and I'm really, really happy with it. Because that's shows that good things happen if I go into lessons that I'm a bit worried about.
Of course, yeah.
I'm really happy with that because I didn't think I was going to stay.
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow then, okay?
Yep, I'll be in a
Take
lot
care.
earlier.
Yeah,
than I was
be
today.
on
I'm sorry
here on
about what
time.
happened this morning.
Okay, see you. Bye. Sometimes we don't realise how much pressure we put on our children, and we always ask for more. But we have to be careful.
It's a new week at Frederick Bremer. Louie's attendance hasn't improved, and he's been called to see Mrs. Austin. She's still trying to get to the bottom of why he's avoiding school.
I know, although you keep denying it and you keep telling me there's nothing wrong, I'm still not convinced that that's the truth.
It's true.
You do know, Louie, that when we have our little meetings, it's not me telling you off.
I know.
The minute your attendance goes up, I will let go. But it is my job to make sure you're happy and that you're here.
It's just because I don't think I'm fitting in well and I just don't want to come to this school.
See, there we go, we're getting somewhere.
It's just, I just want to be my other friends from primary.
Do you feel a bit better for telling me the truth?
Yeah.
You do? Okay, good, I'm pleased. It's just the whole friendship thing at the moment that's really kind of getting you down a bit, yeah? Do you think maybe that you struggle sometimes to make new friends?
Yeah.
How was it leaving your friends in primary school?
That was hard. That was probably the hardest thing. Yes, because you leave your friends, but they say stay in contact. But if you can't stay in contact with them, then it's kind of like sad.
We will work on it, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm not going to go around skipping around the playground with you trying to find friends. That's not what I'm here for. I want you to be happy and out there enjoying yourself, so I don't have to sit here and have these chats with you. I want you to do because there's an exam.
I have my on days and I have my off days, like a good day and a bad day. If it's a good day, I'll probably talk a lot. If it's a bad day, I'll just get my head down and work.
What's wrong with you? I can relate to Louie, actually. You know, why would you want to spend 6 hours somewhere if you're on your own, if you feel isolated? When I was at school, I didn't like groups, I didn't like the cliques. And I think because I come through it, I can then say to Louie, it's going to be okay, but that will come with time.
Right, guys, I need you to turn around in your booth, settling down with a nice, quiet finish to a busy week.
It's just like I'm in an office, innit? This is like I'm in an office. Yeah.
Well, it's not like it. Nico,
Yes, sir?
you all right with that maths test?
Yeah.
Good lad.
When the country's at war, they can fire missiles through a window. In those days, they'd have the Zeppelin. Charlie, did you want to say something?
Everyone on the home front would have been living in constant fear once the Zeppelin attack started. So sort of an entire nation constantly terrified that something bad could happen any second.
Exactly. I mean, previously the board...
It's 6 weeks until Charlie's exams begin, and he's started to attend more and more of his mainstream lessons.
Charlie, give us an example.
A factory.
Very good. A strategic...
I guess I just want to be back experiencing school as everyone else does. But I'm not thinking, oh, I'm really worried about my maths test. I'm thinking I'm worried about the physical act of sitting an exam. Because it's a hall full of people. I'm terrified.
He's worried that he's going to have some kind of panic attack before he goes in and that he won't be able to do the test and that will be gone for him, that GCSE will just be gone.
Cause we've gone too far to give up who we are. Music is a pretty major part of my life. Whether it's writing songs, playing someone else's songs, it's just really, really relaxing and enjoyable. So it's a nice little escape, I guess. I'm up all night to get some. She's up all night for good fun. I'm up all night to get lucky.
In an attempt to boost Charlie's confidence before his exams, Mrs. Austin has asked him and his band to perform at the annual concert.
I'm up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to get lucky.
It'll be great for Charlie to do the concert. It would just be so good for his confidence. He'll be able to see, oh look, I can do this. If I can tackle that, then I can get through the next few weeks of exams.
My head is spinning around, and my feet just won't stay on the ground. Still, yeah. I can't think of many things that would be worse. A crowded room with lots of people, it's going to be hot, it's going to be stuffy, and everyone's going to be looking at me. So if anything was to happen, everyone would notice. I just think that we're going to be under-rehearsed. Massively.
Charlie, we're doing it. Come on, we've done bigger things than this.
Yeah, but not well. I've not felt very well. Like, literally, if I walked out on the stage and I looked and saw there were 200, however many people in there, I'd just go...
I'd give you the reassuring glance that I do every time.
Charlie,
if we do it, it will be our final performance.
Then I might pass out.
It will just be brilliant for him. If he goes out there, I think it will make him realise that he can kind of conquer a lot more than what he believes he can.
Not bad.
It's meant to be for year 8 to year 10s, what?
7! When's that?
Year 7! I don't want to raise my voice and I don't want to get nasty, but if you force me to, I will enforce the rules of the school. These are the realities of adult life, people. You better get used to it, because you're 12. Sorry, miss, don't mean to shout. I hate shouting. Right, have you got a book to read, please?
Devonte has been attending mainstream classes for the last 2 weeks. Mrs. Austin has been by his side throughout.
Terrell.
Could you please be quiet, please?
He's like a little puppy. He's literally looking for attention all the time. Devonte, put the pen on the table now, please.
She's there every lesson, and if she was there some lessons and not some lessons, it would be better because I'd get more breathing space. All by myself.
Stop it, Devonte. Stop.
It kind of makes me feel like I have, like, I don't know, like, difficulties, kind of. But I don't. I'm, like, exactly the same as everyone else.
I'm getting on his nerves. I'm getting on my own nerves. And he's like, oh, all right, I don't even want you here. So I'm going to have to stand back and let him do it. And it's kind of sink or swim, isn't it? I need you to prove to people that you can do this. And I know that you can do this. Bye, have a good day.
Devonte is going to his maths class. It will be his first lesson on his own.
You better be good. Don't wanna be
Akib? Joe? Devontae?
Here?
Yes. What do I normally say every time I call his name? I don't even know who this person is. Now, I know who you are.
It's not my
Fantastic. Have you got a book? Have you got a book?
Yeah.
Okay, so... Silence.
Obrigado. I'm not doing it again.
Still not silence.
What you see is what you get.
Devontae, we're having a lot of problems. So today we're going to look at algebra bricks.
Algebra.
Okay, so algebra bricks. Would you please put your hands up if you've done this before? Devontae, put that away or I'm having it. There will not be another warning on that. You know that is a banned item. Okay, yep.
Shut up, you wear bras on your teeth.
Devontae, I am not going to give you any more warnings now.
Holy macaroni.
Okay, so...
You do see the difference from someone that cares for a relative. They will come to school and any attention is good attention.
We have bricks here, OK?
He has bad days and he doesn't yet know how to deal with those bad days.
So 5 added to what will make 12?
Sometimes I worry a bit because I love my mum and I don't like seeing my mum in that state, but I just need to man up and realise that, yeah, I can't worry about everything. My mum needs me there. And I need to be able to control myself more, and it's kind of hard.
This is what I'm saying. It's about accepting responsibilities.
Someone shoot me now. Just shoot me. Oh, I've had enough. I'm actually... It's really disappointing. He's blowing it, really. But he's a kid. That's it. At the end of the day, he's a kid. And as adults, we struggle to cope. I still know that he can do it.
It's Thursday.
You can't react like that, Devontae. Can you? You know that.
Devontae's disruptive behaviour in class is showing no signs of improvement since returning to mainstream lessons alone.
Are you listening to this? Devontae, are you listening to this? Hello?
With time running out to prove that mainstream is the right place for him.
He's desperate for involvement with other people, isn't he?
Mrs. Austin has come to see English teacher Mr. Skinner for help.
I just fear that's the long-term fear, that he's going to be so busy trying to be popular that he's going to...
That's my, worry. Because you can see he's literally looks and he smiles and laughs at anybody that will give him the attention. But I don't know how we're going to crack that.
Well, I think positive engagement with a lot of the positive praise and engagement with him for work, and then whenever he's doing the wrong things, then...
I'm not going to give up on him. No way, yeah.
Okay.
Devontae. Lots of children that come from the Fresh Start provision need a softer and a more kind of gentle approach. If you're too hard on him straight away, he's going to immediately respond. He's going to fight. He's going to, take this kind of authority that's there and he's going to fight against it. What kind of music do you like?
Rap and hip-hop, loads of music.
Rap, hip-hop. Yeah. Whenever you look at a song from one of those genres, you'll often find that the lyrics in the song connect back to the life of the person that's writing and the experiences that they've had. What does the way that he speaks with the punctuation marks that have been used around him suggest about what kind of a writer he is?
Because he thinks he has authority to shout at pupils. What?
Look at me. Really, really clever. You feel proud? This is good, Devontae. I'm delighted. Let's get it down on the page. So the writer uses. I believe that he's good at English because of his experience of the world. We were reading a text. There was lots of references to children's lives and their backgrounds and the relationships that they have with parents. And Devontae can apply his wisdom to that. He can apply his insight into that.
Right, I could do with you just finishing off that idea because it's great.
It is funny.
Now, let me ask you what you mean by the idea of hope on the children.
I don't know. Are they going to be successful?
Writer.
It is great feeling that he's had faith in me and hope that I am going to be a better student than I was before and that I can succeed. As I've been trusted to get back out, I'm hoping not to fail anyone and keep it going.
Let's go. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
It's 4 p.m.
Right.
Louie and Devontae are attending social skills class with teaching assistant Mr. Cleghorn.
Right, what do you think social is? What's social?
Devontae's been referred as part of the process of getting him back into mainstream lessons.
What main things do we need to do?
Like, listen, communicate.
Devontae, yo, Dominator. If Louie's talking to me, just talk to me about anything, anything. Go on, just talk to me.
I went on holiday to Clacton.
Ah? Well, how does that make you feel?
Bad, because they're airing me.
You don't feel like they're paying attention to you. It feels rude.
I don't know why Miss Austin wanted to send me to social club. I think it's because she wanted to boost my confidence.
Try not to do it too fast, Louie, yeah? Because...
Like, walk forward a little bit. Stop. And you want to lift your left leg up, higher. And you want to do it over. And then you want to do it with your other leg. And then you want to do the same thing. Oh, you did what I did.
Exactly what it
It hurts so much.
What do you think you learned from social club?
Just to open and talk to people, like to socialise. Yeah, I think that's what... Yeah, that was the aim.
And has it worked?
Yeah, it has.
Put out your arms. Keep walking. Right a little bit. Keep going straight, forward. That's it. That's it.
It's Friday, the day of the school concert, and less than 2 weeks until the Year 11s start their GCSEs. Charlie is due to perform with his band in front of 200 students in the main school hall.
What else can go wrong?
I could have a bit of a moment on stage.
Could do. But you just got to remember that it's only you guys up on that stage. It's not busy on the stage.
No, but there are 200 people in the hall.
Watching you in awe because you've done something that they can't do. So think of it like that. All right, OK, we'll make a deal. If your leg shakes and you have a moment and you can't cope, I'll be there and I'll press the fire alarm. OK?
I'll see.
You'll be fine, Charlie, you'll be fine.
Without further ado, let's get on with things. Please welcome Malika, Amran, Kelly, Remy and Michael.
On that sunny day, didn't know me. Such a beautiful girl. She was
You'll be fine.
No, that's it. No.
You can.
No, it's done.
You can do this, Charlie.
I can't.
You can.
Just standing there, looking at everyone was making me have a fucking panic attack.
I have every faith in you that you can do this.
And now, the last cry, and some of the finest musicians that the school has to offer. All you need are 3 words.
Miss, be ready to catch me.
I will be ready to catch you. Go on.
We're doing a mashup that we came up with, and we really hope you enjoy it.
Now I'm in town, break it down, thinking of making a new sound, play a different show every night in front of a new crowd. That's new now. Just seems that life is great now. Stuff like sometimes Sally seems to sort of suffocate me. You need me, man, I don't need you. You need me, man, I don't need you.
Basically, all that my brain's telling me to do is to just not do it, just stay as comfortable as you think you can. But that doesn't get you anywhere. And the longer this has gone on, the more I've realised that. So it's just become a case of suck it up, you have to do it. You're not going to get anywhere if you don't.
Guys, group hug.
Yeah, wait.
Group hug. This might be the last time we ever do this.
Mate, I am so proud of you.
78-1. Norman. Myself. 57.
I feel optimistic. I've got big plans for the future, and I think that they're more than manageable now, yeah.
I've fought so hard to get you out, you know that, don't you? Miss, I want to give you another hug. Thanks so much, miss.
Oh, what, for this?
Yeah.
You're welcome. Come on in, come on in. Right, English.
Christ. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 A's and 1 A star.
Next time,
Your friendships get mashed up, screwed up, messed up.
it's Girls Under Pressure.
Can we hurry up, please?
girlies, you have 3 weeks.
And what happens when boys come between best friends in the run-up to GCSEs.
I said to him, I will cut you off for any other boy if I can have you. I said that to him.
You're the girl out of all of us that are going to get 10 straight A's.
Putting their friendships and results in jeopardy.
It's not okay. It's not.